The MLB ring has been awarded to championship winning teams since the 1922 season, which means that we have reached a century of this prestigious award being handed out. But that made me wonder, which one of these rings truly is the best, and how do all of them rank up against each other? So today, I'll be looking at the rings and I'll be ranking them from worst to best. Now obviously, there's about 100 MLB rings out there, so this video would take a long time to create. And considering all the rings look very, very similar up until the season of 1970, I decided to split these rings in half, and we'll be ranking the rings worst to best since the 1971 season, as that's when these rings start to get more character and more design relating to their team. It also saves you guys from having to watch a 40-minute video. So from 1971 to today, there have been 50 rings unveiled. So all these past 50 rings will be ranked worst to best. None will be left out, I hope. This is not my first ranking ring video. I've also done a ranking the NBA rings as well as the Super Bowl rings. Links are in the description and comment section if you'd like to check those out, and there they are on the screen. Other than that, let's rank these World Series rings from worst to best. At number 50, we have the first ring to qualify for this ranking, and that is the 1971 Pittsburgh Pirates ring. Obviously, this is the oldest ring on the list, so the technology is lower in making these rings. That being said, it's a very simplistic design. Nothing more, nothing less. At number 49, we have the 1981 LA Dodgers ring. Very similar, except the diamond is actually surrounded by the baseball diamond, and the design just looks a little cleaner overall. At number 48, we have the 1975 Reds ring. Very similar to the last ring, except the background is red rather than black, and it has a little bit more texture to it. At number 47, we have the 82 St. Louis Cardinals ring. Extremely similar to the last ring, but once again, the design is slightly more advanced due to it being newer. At number 46 and 45, we have the back-to-back Athletics rings from 1972 and 1973 respectively. Both look extremely similar, are pretty clean for their age, and I just think the second one looks a tiny bit better. Now from spots 44 to 39, we have 6 very similar looking blue rings, and the order goes as follows. The 1978 Yankees ring, the 1986 Mets ring, the 1984 Lions ring, the 1985 Royals ring, the 1988 Dodgers ring, and the 1995 Braves ring. All of these rings were in a close span from one another and look very similar, with the Braves ring out of all of these being the most detailed. At number 38, we have the 1991 Minnesota Twins ring. Once again, following the pattern of the diamond shape in the center of the ring, but I enjoy how there's 4 diamonds on the outer circle of this ring. At number 37, we have the 1989 Oakland A's ring. I'd say out of all the diamond-shaped rings, this one definitely has the most detail, and I love the green coloring. At number 36, we have the 1983 Orioles ring. This is the first ring on the list to not sport that diamond design, and actually has the font logo of the team on it. That being said, as far as logos go, this is the bare minimum, but I definitely do prefer it to the repetitive diamond style that was used for a while. At number 35, we have the 1980 Philadelphia Phillies ring. This ring sports the actual Phillies logo in the center of the ring, and it could have been done better, but at the same time, it is better than anything we've seen on this list so far. At number 34, we have another ring that sponsors a giant P in the center, and that is the 1979 Pirates ring. I think this ring overall, even though there's less color, just looks a little bit more cleaner. I like how the P is more centered, and the outer text doesn't seem as intruding. At number 33, we have the 1990 Cincinnati Reds ring. Similar to the past 2 rings, it sponsors the letter-shaped logo, and it's a very simple design, but at the time it got the job done. At number 32, we have what might be the most controversial pick of the list so far, and that is the 2001 Arizona Diamondbacks ring. Now, I feel like the logo is done fine on this ring. It's a pretty good looking logo. However, the diamond grid background just looks a little bit odd and out of place. Also, the font on the outside looks a little weird how spread apart it is, leaving the border with some spots that look rather empty. It is better than the rings that we've had so far on this list. However, with its newer age, it should be higher up. At number 31, we have the 1976 Cincinnati Reds ring. Now this ring is different from the rest of the pack, and I really love the look of it. With all the pennants from the World Series trophy on it with a baseball and the diamond in the center, it looks great. I love the detailed design in the center of this ring, and this ring is way ahead of its time. Just cracking the top 30 is the Minnesota Twins 1987 ring. The design is done very clean, the logo looks nice, and you can't blame the ring for having a simplistic logo because that was the team's actual logo at the time. But besides that, it doesn't do anything too crazy. It sticks to the basics and it results in a pretty clean looking ring. At number 29, we have a ring that is very good for its age, and this is the 1974 Oakland A's ring. The green primary color as well as the gold lettering just fit so well together, and the Oakland A's logo is just so clean in the center. Although it isn't textured with any diamonds, it just looks really nice to look at, and the shamrocks on the side help give this ring extra character and extra backing. A very good ring. At number 28, we have the 1992 Blue Jays ring. Now, I really like how the diamond is in the center of the Blue Jays' eyes, as well as the diamonds scattered throughout the main area. However, there's some parts of this ring that kind of look smudged together, but it still is a very solid ring. At number 27, we have the 1977 New York Yankees ring. This ring is really good for its time, and as much as I hate to admit it as a Red Sox fan, the Yankees logo is just a really iconic and good looking logo. You can put that logo on any ring and it'll look great, especially this one. The design besides the logo is very simple. However, it is one of the first rings ever to feature a logo, and they did this very well. At number 26, we have the 2005 Chicago White Sox ring. Now, I think the logo is done very well here, as well as I love the black background. However, this is probably the most ovally ring that we've seen, and compared to the rest of the rings, it just kind of looks off due to its shape being much more oblong than the rest. Ignoring the shape though, this ring is very good. At number 25, we have the 2014 San Francisco Giants ring. Once again, the logo is done very well on this ring. However, it's 2014, so the expectations for ring design are much higher than they were back then. And that being said, I feel like this ring kind of disappointed, as there's barely any coloring. It looks like a really early 2000s design, and it by far is the weakest out of the Giants trilogy of rings. If we're looking at it objectively though, it still is better than the rings that we've listed on this list so far. At number 24, we have the Marlins 1997 ring. Now, at the time, they were named the Florida Marlins, which is why there's a big F in the center of the ring. I think the F looks very clean, as well as I like the Marlin behind it. However, there's really no color on this ring at all, and it kind of gives it a sort of unfinished feel. But besides that, the design itself looks very good. At number 23, we have the 1996 Yankees ring. Now, once again, the logo just looks great. You can put it on anything. And combined with that, you have the diamond in the center, right smack dab in the middle of the logo, which looks very good. I love the coloring in the background. It's definitely a very good ring. At number 22, we have the 1999 Yankees ring. I like how there's a slight blue border to the Yankees logo in the center, as well as all the diamonds on it. I just wish there was slightly more color, but the design on this ring looks very good. At number 21, we have the 2000 Yankees ring. Now, I think this ring is just slightly better. I like how there's the sapphire diamond shape behind the Yankees logo. I just wish there was a little more contrast between the logo and the background to kind of decipher better where the logo is, but I love this clever design. At number 20, we have the 1998 Yankees ring. The center of this ring looks great, as I think the logo is done perfectly, as well as the blue background circle surrounding the ring, another circle of diamonds, and then the circle of text around that. I just wish it was slightly less ovally, but besides that, a great ring. At number 19, we have the 1993 Blue Jays ring. This ring is much better than its predecessor. The texture as well as the text does not look smudgy anymore. There's much more color, and the color is done perfectly. The diamond in the center is more clean, and I like how there's the two maple leaves in the back, signifying that it's their second ring in a row. This ring fixes every single problem of the previous ring and just looks really nice to look at. At number 18, we have the 2002 Angels ring. The design of the logo is almost flawless here. It looks great for its time, considering this ring was made 20 years ago. I just wish the colors were a little bit more bolder, as the colors look a little bit faded. But besides that, there's really nothing else to complain about with this ring. At number 17, we have the 2008 Phillies ring. I love the simplistic design of this ring, and the red border behind the Phillies logo looks really good. At the same time, it does nothing wrong, but it doesn't go above and beyond to compare with the rings later on in this list. At number 16, we have the 2007 Red Sox ring. I love the Red Sox logo in the center as well as the diamond behind it, and the font that the text uses is really nice. The colors could be a little bit more bold, similar to that Angels ring, as it kind of seemed a little dull. And I feel like there could be more going on in the background besides the diamond, but there is a lot going on with this ring. At number 15, we have the 2012 San Francisco Giants ring. Similar to the other Giants ring, there is no primary orange found, which is the Giants' main color. It is strictly black and silver, and while the design looks very clean, some color would really help break this ring up, especially compared to these other vibrant rings that we're seeing later on. At number 14, we have the similar 2010 Giants ring. And once again, in all three rings that they've won in this 5-year stretch, none of them sponsor that orange color that we see them wearing. Once again, I think that kind of negatively affects these rings, but I will say, this first ring is the only one that has any other color than white and gray, with that gold circle around the logo, which does look nice. That being said, the design on these three rings are very detailed and very crisp, However, it's the color that they're missing. At number 13, we have the 2003 Marlins ring. Now, similar to the last design, there's the Marlin behind the logo, and I like the text logo better on this than the F in the previous Marlins ring. I also like how the background is a giant baseball, as you can see by the red diamonds. A really creative ring. I just wish there maybe was some Marlins blue or orange included, but the design is very nice. At number 12, we have the 2011 Cardinals ring. Now, this might be one of the best logos we've seen so far. This logo is just stunning. However, besides the logo, there isn't really much else on this ring. There's no colored background, it's just a bunch of diamonds in the font World Champions, but the logo is really what puts it up here. At number 11, we have the 2004 Red Sox ring. This is similar to the 2007 ring, except I like the logo B better than the Sox in this scenario, just because I think it's done slightly better. And I also just like the shape and the text better on this ring overall. We have now reached the top 10, and starting off at number 10 is the 2009 Yankees ring. I really enjoy the detailed diamond shape with all 4 bases, the Yankees logo always looking good, and the blue background is awesome. I just wish that there was some text on the border of this ring, because this is one of the only rings to actually not feature text. That's a very minor inconvenience though, and is definitely deserving of the 10 spot. At number 9, we have the 2006 St. Louis Cardinals ring. This ring is like the Yankees ring, except I just think it's a little bit cleaner, and the text around it saying St. Louis Cardinals World Champions puts it on top for me. At number 8, we have the 2015 Royals ring. This ring is simple, yet manages to pull off a decent amount of color. The Kansas City logo in the middle is just beautiful, and I like how the white diamonds are broken up with some gold lettering as well. The color combinations are great, leading to a great ring. At number 7, we have the ring that happened right after, and that is the Chicago Cubs 2016 World Series ring. Now, I love just the perfectly circle sapphire ring, and then the ruby circular C right in between it. It just is very pleasing to the eyes. The logo in the center is done well, and this is just another really good looking ring. At number 6, we have the 2018 Red Sox ring. The logo and the sapphire background are done so well, as this ring is just bursting with color, and it might be the most colorful ring that's been made. I also like how there's a sapphire background behind the words World Champions as well, and this ring is just once again done great. We have now made our top 5, and these rings are the best of the best, nearly flawless. And starting off at number 5, we have the 2019 Nationals ring. Now, just the cursive W for the Nationals logo looks so good in the center, surrounded by, once again, that sapphire circle. It's just done so well, and I love the side of the ring, which has a mini Washington skyline, which features the Lincoln Memorial, the Washington Monument, the White House, and it's just super detailed and a really cool feature of this ring as well. And this ring, like I said with all the other top 5 rings, is done nearly flawless. At number 4, we have the LA Dodgers 2020 ring. I mean, the design of the front of this ring is just so nice, so symmetrical. Blue being my favorite color, this is just really appealing to me. The sapphire background behind the diamond, as well as the beautiful blue logo of the Dodgers, is just a great combination. The sides of the rings look great as well, and I can't find anything wrong with this ring. At number 3, we have the 2013 Red Sox ring. Now, I love how this emphasizes the World Series trophy. I feel like more rings should have the World Series trophy front and center, and this ring does a great job at that, as well as including the Red Sox logo and just fitting them in perfectly. There's a blue sapphire background wall right behind it, which looks really good. And just for bonus points, there's a whole separate ring created for the World Series MVP, David Ortiz, in this one season. So I thought it was really cool how they gave an entire separate ring to a player based off of his performance. Now, the top 2 rings were neck and neck in my opinion. I had such a hard time selecting these 2 rings. On one hand, I think one definitely has the better look from an outside appearance, but then this other ring has so many other features besides the front, such as opening the case and seeing something truly special. And in the long run, I have the 2021 Braves ring placing at my number 2 spot. Now, this ring is so special. So we look at the front design, and the A for Atlanta is great, surrounded in a blue background. The diamonds around it are placed nicely, and it's just a really satisfying ring to look at. I think there could be a little bit more Braves colors in the front, breaking it up. But what's really special about this ring is that you have the ability to open up the ring. And when you open up the ring, you see the Braves field as well as rubies in the stands that show every location where every World Series home run landed. I just think that is the coolest thing ever to see, where every home run went in the World Series. Inside, it also has the series results of them beating the Brewers, the Dodgers, and the Astros. And on the back of the cap, it says, "We are those 2021 World Champions." A super sick ring with an awesome feature, and they did it perfectly. However, at number 1, we have the 2017 Astros ring. Now hear me out, I know a lot of people are wondering why the Braves ring didn't finish number 1 considering all the features. 1 and 2 are definitely interchangeable, however I just think the Astros have the best front of a ring ever. I mean, look at this, they use their colors perfectly, it's broken up beautifully. The star in the center is beautifully symmetrical and well done, as well as the sapphires behind that star, which are both the Astros' primary and secondary color. It's definitely the best looking ring to me. And not only that, but the sides of the ring are incredible as well, as you got the Houston skyline on one side, and then the other side you have the World Series trophy appearing outside their stadium. I think what made me give number 1 to the Astros is that when you're looking at the ring in itself, most people see the outside of the ring. And if you're just seeing the outside ring of the Astros and the Braves, I think the outside of the Astros ring looks better by a pretty good proportion. I mean, the Braves ring is insanely good because of its feature, but I feel like the outside could have done better, which is why I think the Astros ring does place number 1, and in my opinion, is the best World Series ring. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy my rankings. Obviously, everybody has different opinions, so let me know in the comments. How would you rank these rings? What do you disagree with? I'm always down to hear what you guys think about my videos. Put any video suggestions in the chat as well. This video was suggested by you guys after I did my NBA rings video. There were a lot of comments saying do MLB, and here I am delivering to you guys. So if you guys have any other video suggestions, put it in the comments. This was a fun video to make. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next Heaps video.